Alright, hello everybody. I'm that guy is True Eye, and I'm back with more Marvel Future Fight. This is honestly a post video or pre-video before the actual video begins, so you may as well skip to a minute and 59 seconds if you don't want to hear this. But basically, I've started up the Patreon, which is honestly average for what I intend to do with this channel going forward. If I don't find a job in the upcoming year, along with doing this, I'm going to be trying to slowly converge into full time. Sure, I haven't really been doing much on this channel, but that's about to change. I have a Patreon set up, and I have only like a goal and a goal idea, which is something that I need to update once, like an hour after this video is updated. So yeah, I have a Patreon now. Hopefully you guys can support me and support the channel. But all in all, I'm honestly trying to get some money off of anything at this point in time, because it's been 3 years without landing a solid job. So I honestly hope you guys can understand that it's not the best thing for me to do this now, but at this moment in time, I'm desperate. I've been looking for work for 3 years, ever since I graduated, and now I'm just sick and tired of not having the money to do what I want to, like upgrading my equipment and getting off this pseudo computer tablet with the KineMaster border in the top right corner. I'm sorry for taking so long and doing this to you, especially those of you who are watching this video. I'm that guy is True Eye, and off to talking about one of the worst combat characters in the game, Blade. Alright, guys. I understand this new update's going a while, and I have my Red Skull uniform, but I don't feel like talking about him today. We're going to talk about this guy, and why his secondary effect, because he does have a main effect that's actually worth some time, and the effect is known as Bleed. Now, a lot of people would say that Bleed has been bad for a while, or has not had a character that uses Bleed well. And all I gotta say is, you lot are right, and if I could personally tell most people who say Bleed is bad, Bleed needs a rework, if I personally had the power to change the game in any retrospect, it'd be make Blade the equivalent, the combat equivalent of, well, of this guy, Hawkeye Ronin. Sure, they both use swords, they both use similar weapons aside from the bow and arrow, even though he doesn't use the bow and arrow in this uniform at all. Sure, he has a crossbow in the movies, but he hasn't used it in this game. And for the most part, I want to say, why did they make Blade so bad and keep him this way for so long? Aside from the voting portion of the game, which was kind of basically fixed in the sense of one has a stone of cosmic power known as the Mind Stone, and one a lot of people loved because it was Rogue. Sure, Rogue did eventually get her uniform that fixed her, and she wasn't even top vote. It was Vision, and not a lot of people even use Vision anymore. But enough of those two. We're talking about Blade, and why he's literally the worst Bleed-based character, and I wasted a lot of time on this man. Yes, I'm actually admitting that I wasted time on a guy, but that was back when I was relatively new to this game, and I was building just for fun. And I have to say, I'm not proud of most of these upgrades. Heck, the only thing, if they ever rework him anytime soon, the only thing that they wouldn't need to rework that much is his leadership, which gives everyone in the team heals. Heck, he's the lowest priority leadership character I've ever seen. And that's more or less because if you don't have Anti-Venom, the Anti-Venom uniform, you can't do much of anything with this guy. Well, no, if you don't have the Anti-Venom uniform, you can use this in its place, but you're going to have to be a bit more careful because it, as it says in the skill tab at the bottom, it heals up to 8% for a 25%, like up to 8% with a 25% chance. If they rework them, I'm pretty sure they could bump it up to like 10, 12, maybe 20% and do it at like 50% chance of attacking because, okay, unless I don't really understand the action rate 25% chance when attacking. I don't get that. Is it every time you hit or every time you use a skill? Because, you know what, before I drag on any longer, we're just going to go into some world boss and see what this guy can do. Because, goodness, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not much. Alright, we're rocking it with Shuri, Coulson, with a CTP of Inside on one of those two, and Blade's leadership. Now, we're on stage 20 with Weapon Hex as the only striker. Let's do this. Yeah, this guy can't even take advantage of the defense down that well. Yep, you know. Alright. Now, we're at a possibly doable stage, but just in case, I got Anti-Venom in here, which kind of voids the usefulness of his whole leadership, which is why I think they should increase how much health you get back and the chance of attack. Alright, let's see how this goes. Mind you, this is stage 10, nothing impressive. This is basically the stage where you literally get characters to joke around with. And I'm not surprised he's doing so poorly. Heck, his moves are so rooted in place and he's stunned. He's stunned. Most of his moves here are so rooted in place. It's like I have to... Heck, I don't even think I can cancel these skills. I can somewhat cancel it, but that's it. This character is not as good as he needs to be, or he could be in the comics. Then again, comics are honestly the best thing when it comes to Marvel. They do make really good games, but when it comes to comics, it's actually more fulfilling to what characters can actually do. I gotta tell y'all right now, whenever the voting system comes up and Blade is, he needs it. When Blade is up there for the votes, I'll be surprised and offended if y'all don't actually vote for Blade. It's crazy how weak he is, and pretty stupid. He's a vampire. One of the most deadliest things in pop culture. And most popular. He should not be this bad. And the fact that he needs an 8% heal, along with Anti-Venom, to do anything in this uniform or any other uniform, is pretty awful. Sure, I didn't completely build this character up. He's not rank 1. And if he is rank 1, then there's obviously something wrong with me. Alright, last stage. This guy is a complete and utter joke. Don't waste your time building him unless you've built the rest of the characters that are not bad. Oh no, gotta switch. It's sad days for Blade, man. Sad days for Blade. Oh no, again! He is dead. He has died because of my ignorance. Or, oh wait, because he sucks. He barely has anything good going about him. And the only thing that's interesting, and it's not even that good because anti-venom's a thing, is his lead. Vote for Blade whenever the next voting system goes up, because Ned Marvel needs to fix him. I've been that guy who used True Eye. Blade sucks. Don't waste your time. Kindly consider voting for him next voting session when they rework characters. I'm out.